Hello, it's your friend Kevin with another Off the Chain, or is it more like readings and confessions from the chair of a psychic hairdresser? I don't know. Anyway, yesterday I shared with you some of my personal news, and where is she? I want to introduce you to Dolly Rose. Come on, you girl. Yeah, she is. Look at her. Yes. What is she going to be tomorrow? 9 weeks old Great Dane puppy that I got from a delightful breeder in Pensacola, Florida. I can give you the name of the breeder if you want a breeder. She's got 4 of her siblings still left, I understand. But this little girl spent all day long yesterday in a car with a delightful young lady who brought her up here for me, and was on her way with another puppy to Virginia, I believe. Anyway, say hello to Dolly Rose, who right now is quite sleepy because she was up for most of the night, as I was. But a really good little girl. She's quite intuitive, quite intelligent, and I'm super, super happy. All right, off you go, baby girl. So, what would be the theme of today? If there was one. And I was thinking this morning as I'm meditating, and some of my meditations are deep, some of them are not, some of them are my thoughts get tangled up, some of them are just peace, go to sleep. I don't know that there really is any hard and fast way to meditate. I do know from what I've learned that it's just really breath, being aware of the body, being aware of the breath in and being aware of the breath out, and just following that in and then following that out. And there is something that I found gentle, like a lullaby, like a softness of that gentle rhythm of in and gentle rhythm of out. And now what I understand, or what I'm learning, is that really breath is the thing that connects us to physical life and non-physical life. Is that breath. We come into this physical world when we're born and take a big breath. We leave this physical form when we go back to spirit, and we release with the breath. It is quite something. Most really great spiritual teachers of recent years that I've taken lessons from start every meditation with a big breath in to clear things out. And if you think about it, when folks get really excited, het up, in a panic, whatever you want to call that, where the physical body is going crazy, seemingly, the one thing anybody tells you to do is breathe deep, breathe long. But more often, or at least more importantly, is to be aware of what is happening and what is going on. That was what I reflected upon yesterday. What was yesterday about? It was about awareness, being in the awareness, not being in the purpose, and not being in what's the purpose, what should I do, what for, how, why. It was awareness of what things were doing, what things weren't doing. And this isn't new to me. It is just a reminder of physically where I was at the time that I was there, mentally what I was thinking at the time I was thinking it, and just that awareness. I'm keeping an eye on her, so just simple, very, very simple. I learned yesterday that we have a new moon in Pisces coming up on the 2nd of March. That is meant to be a really strong new moon and linked to the desire to make great intentions and to put your intentions out there. And the the astrologer I was following, Miss Pam Gregory, another YouTube person, was basically suggesting that we make our intentions bold, we make our intentions big, We ask for the big things, see them, dream them, and be in that manifestation or visualization of them. I can go along with that. That's really all I have to add to today's message for you. Let's get on with the reading and see what our spirits have to say. Here we go. Mother, Father, Spirit, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. Thank you for sharing with me what I need to share. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to receive. So be it, so shall it be. All right, let's see. Do I want 1 card, 2 cards, or 3 cards? Well, this is a bit clumsy. You know what I like about these cards is they're very slidey, silky, soft, and they sort of move around quite easily. All right, this is the pile that feels good, and 1 off the top. You only need 1, is what I'm being told. The 8 of air. Now, here we see a person who is standing with a winter coat on, a parka, and he's surrounded by the 8 angels, swords, which is what air represents in traditional tarot. It's snowing, got the boots on, and if I look at this really quickly, it's a female. Not that that makes a difference. But the 8 of air is where we can be caught up in our thoughts, and we can be stuck with choices, left or right, up or down, in or out. And that can bring about second guessing, if I look at this, self-doubt, the ability to not really know what's the best thing to do. Whenever I'm faced with something like this myself, my motto and my quote has always been, go within and you won't go without. There is a reason sometimes our mental thoughts and our trapped up thinking and our not being able to land on an answer. There is a definite reason these things pop up. Number 1, my opinion, doesn't have to be yours, is that we're meant to pay attention to the fact that no choice necessarily has to be made. There's an awareness that we are meant to do this and we're meant to do that and we're meant to have this and we're meant to have that based on someone else's doctrine, somebody else's life, somebody else's control, somebody else's narrative. And when we reach the point where we're having these self-doubts, we're in confusion, we then have to really be reminded that we control everything and we've got the free will to choose. There are very deep layers of the why. What is the why? Why? What would happen? And pondering these big choices we may or may not have. And they could be physical choices, buying, selling a house, getting a new car, in my opinion, getting another puppy. And then the self-doubt, the confusion, the insecurity, the lack of confidence is right up underneath it. Is it an answer to something that we're not paying attention to? Is it a quick fix to something we don't want to look at? All of these things are these subtle lessons that nudge us forward. A good way to physically handle self-doubt, confusion, and move into the aisle of free will is to take things off, to remove things, to let things go. And sometimes that can require sitting and doing absolutely nothing. Typically, this kind of card pops up and this kind of message pops up when something has occurred and some news has come in that we perhaps weren't expecting. It's not come in because we're not supposed to deal with it. It's not come in to, it might have come in to teach us a lesson. It might have come in just out of left field. But we're all experiencing things as we're supposed to experience it. And I always go back to my three little things that I say. What does my inner being know about this? And wait. What does my inner being think about this? And wait. What does my inner being feel about this? And wait. And then let the answer float through, putting it into the framework of perception of, I don't necessarily have to actually make a decision right now this minute, but I can consider it. What tends to happen when something happens, when news comes, there's a reaction straight away. And it's either a reaction of care and compassion or fear and control. Both can be linked to ego. Both can come from a place of, well, I'm going to control the outcome of what happens next because I'm fearing that if I don't control it, it'll control me. Let's hear what Mr. Radley Valentine has to say, because he's the one that wrote this book and gave this these answers. So it says, you can always choose freedom. The situation you are in most likely makes you feel trapped. But the truth is that there is always another path, a way to move towards joy. Ask your angels for the gift of self-confidence. Reach within and tap into your own inner strength and know that there is nothing you cannot do if only you believe in yourself. Refuse to be stuck in a life that doesn't make you happy. Don't wait for someone to come to the rescue. When you can free yourself, make a promise to yourself that you'll take one small step every day towards the future you desire. Then get going. Your angel says to you, dear child, you have forgotten the power of your own free will. You are never trapped except by your own thoughts or perceptions. There is always another way if you believe. Feeling trapped by circumstances and not believing in yourself is an illusion. It's an illusion of being stuck, being held back by your own perceptions. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that for you today. I like that for the whole message today. Where are you stuck in your own perceptions? Are you stuck in your own perceptions that the more things go up at the store, the more they charge for gasoline, that you won't be able to get where you're going? No. It means you've got the free will to make some choices. And the free will to choose what's important today. Where's my big priority list? And then put everything in that big priority list. One or two great big things might be better than a lot of little things that matter. All right, you matter to me, you matter to the world, you're here for a reason, and I love you. Listen, have a great Saturday, enjoy whatever you're doing today, be perceptive, be in the moment of the why, and just ponder. All right, bye.